Hi, everyone. So you want to know how to feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof, then learn how to journal. What? Learn how to journal? Yeah. So let me explain this to you. I was talking to my husband the other day, and he said, Jan, you need to do some kind of study on journaling. And yeah, I absolutely love it. And I want to explain that to you. So when I first sobered up, it's been 30 years ago now, I didn't really know how I felt about anything. I pretty much was mad all the time. Everything made me mad. And so I had this wonderful sponsor whose name was Sharon. And she said to me one time, I don't think everything makes you mad. I think there's some other emotions in under that. And I was like, well, no, uh, it all just makes me mad. So she said, you know how you could figure out your emotions? You could just sit down and you could write. Just sit down and take your pen and write. No punctuation, no grammar, no correct spelling. Something happens between the brain and the pen, and just write until you're all written out, and then go back and read it. And I bet you will be able to figure out what your emotion is. I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds really time consuming, Sharon. I don't think I'm going to do that. And she looked me straight in the face and she said, okay, if you don't do that, I'm not going to be your sponsor. Oh, well, it was really hard for me to find a sponsor. Let me tell you, it was so hard to find a sponsor. I couldn't do without her. So the next time I was mad, which was probably in the next half hour back then, I did exactly what she told me. I got a piece of paper. I can remember like it was yesterday. It was dark. It was late, and I was sitting on my couch in the Ridgeway house in Medford, and I just wrote. Man, I just wrote. I just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote until I was all written out. And I can't remember how long it took me to write, but oh my goodness, it wasn't anger. It was fear. There was some regret in there. There was some different kinds of feelings in there that I had never been able to identify before. So that started my journaling. So that was 30 years ago. I didn't journal consistently really until probably 97, 96 or 97, but I've been journaling consistently since then. And what makes me feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof when I journal is like what I did this morning. This morning I was reading in Jeremiah, and there's only so much, sorry about this, God, there's only so much Jeremiah, oh yeah, and Leviticus that I can handle. So I thought, let me go back and find something really uplifting in my journal. And oh my gosh, when I look back and see the answers to prayer, hi Jim, hi Brenda, hi Roger, thanks for being with me. When I look back to see the answers to prayer and how God worked on my behalf, I do feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And I think the same thing could happen for you. Now, I did take some notes because, oh, you know what else? Not only can I see the answers to prayer, but I also can find missed lessons. So, like last year, I can't tell you how many times that verse, be still and know that I am God, was written in my journal. I kind of missed it. I kind of just missed the be still portion of it. And so when I started going back in my journal last year, and every year at the end of the year, all month of December, I go back through the whole journal and find out what God's been speaking to me for the whole year. It's really amazing. So journaling, I have like an hour-long program, hour-long teaching on this, but I'm just giving you a little snippet. So how do you get started journaling? Well, let me tell you a very simple way to get started. So you get one of these books. When am I going to learn? It goes on the right-hand side. So you get one of these books, and they're like 50 cents right now on sale at Walmart. And I don't want you to write in it just yet, but what I want you to do first is I just want you to observe. Just start observing how you're feeling. Observe, are there any emotions that occur regularly? If so, just jot. Just kind of write them down. What emotions occur regularly? What are your prayer requests? Definitely jot those, because you cannot remember all the times God has worked on your behalf unless you write them. And then what fabulous things take place. Write the great things in your life, your accomplishments, your just jot. Just don't do too much writing to begin with, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you're not near somewhere where you can write, oh, for Pete's sake, ask Siri, take a note for me. Or go into your little extras on your phone, and there's a place in there where you can record exactly what it is that you want to say. Oh, you can record a lot of stuff in there. And then she said to me, and then I said back, and then do you know what she did? Yeah, so you can record all that stuff, and then you can go back and you can write it. So let me make sure, no grammar, no punctuation, and I hope I'm not missing anything, but I just have to tell you that that's how David encouraged himself in the Lord. He went back and he saw all of the things. Look at the Psalms. He went back and he saw all of the things that God had did. Even the Israelites did that. They went back and they saw how God had parted the Red Sea, how he piled up the waters at the Jordan. They went back and they looked at all the things that God had done for them to encourage themselves in the Lord. So if you're needing some encouragement today, oh man, right. If you can't figure out how you're feeling about something, oh yeah, right. And if you have any questions, you can just message me or ping me. Here's to feeling 10 feet tall. Thanks for being with me today.